JonBenet Ramsey. What most likely happened? This video delves into the dark secrets of one of America's most perplexing murder cases. Take a step with us into the shadowy world of the JonBenet Ramsey case, a haunting tale that continues to baffle and captivate the world. We peel back the layers of this enigma, exploring the labyrinth of evidence, theories, and unanswered questions, where innocence was shattered and whispers of conspiracy still linger. As we navigate the twists and turns of this perplexing case, we will show you evidence that an intruder may have killed this innocent child. Brace yourself for a disturbing voyage into the labyrinth of the JonBenet Ramsey case, where each revelation reveals yet another layer of chilling mystery. On the morning of December 26, 1996, the peaceful town of Boulder, Colorado, awoke to a harrowing event that would capture the nation's attention for decades. John and Patsy Ramsey reported their 6-year-old daughter, JonBenet Ramsey, missing, claiming she had been kidnapped from their home. A ransom note demanding the precise sum of $118,000 was found. But only hours later, the case took a tragic turn when JonBenet was discovered murdered in the basement of her own home. JonBenet Ramsey was more than just a little girl. She was a child beauty queen, whose charm and talent had won her numerous titles, including America's Royal Miss and Little Miss Colorado. Her young life, filled with pageantry and glitter, was also marked by the typical joys of childhood, shared with her older brother, Burke, and her doting parents, John and Patsy. The Ramseys were a prominent family in Boulder, known for their affluence and active social life, which made the tragedy even more shocking and compelling to the public. Christmas at the Ramsey household was a picture of happiness. The family celebrated joyfully, exchanging gifts and sharing laughter. But as night gave way to dawn, their lives were irrevocably changed. Patsy Ramsey awoke early on December 26 to find a 2.5-page ransom note on the staircase. The note chillingly read, "We have your daughter, demanding a ransom for JonBenet's safe return." Overcome with fear, Patsy immediately called 911, setting off a chain of events that would forever alter their lives. The police responded swiftly, but what followed was a chaotic investigation riddled with critical errors. Friends, family, and even neighbors were allowed to wander through the house, inadvertently contaminating the crime scene. Hours dragged by with no word from the supposed kidnappers. By the promised time of 10 a.m., Detective Linda Arns suggested John Ramsey search the house again. It was then, in the cold, dimly lit basement, that John made the grim discovery of JonBenet's lifeless body. Before we continue this video, like and subscribe to this channel so you can enjoy crime stories like this. JonBenet had been brutally murdered, her small body found beaten and strangled. The crime scene was further compromised when John moved her body, a decision that would haunt the investigation. The Boulder Police Department faced immediate criticism for their handling of the case, and the investigation quickly spiraled into a media frenzy. From the outset, suspicion fell heavily on JonBenet's parents. The bizarre ransom note written on paper from the Ramsey home and the exact amount demanded 118,000 raised eyebrows, as it matched John Ramsey's recent bonus. Additionally, the garret used in the murder was fashioned from materials found in the house, further fueling speculation. The media coverage was relentless, with the Ramseys at the center of a storm of public intrigue and scrutiny. As the investigation progressed, the police began to focus on the Ramsey family. The prevailing theory was that JonBenet's death was the result of a tragic accident, covered up by her parents to look like a kidnapping. Yet, John and Patsy Ramsey vehemently denied any involvement, maintaining their innocence through years of public scrutiny. Their interviews and public appearances were dissected by analysts and audiences alike, with every gesture and word scrutinized for hidden meaning. Enter Lou Smith, a seasoned detective brought out of retirement to lend his expertise. Initially skeptical of the Ramsey family, Smith's investigation led him to explore the possibility of an intruder. He presented evidence of an unfamiliar shoe print in the basement, a broken window, and the potential use of a stun gun, all pointing towards an outsider. Smith's perspective offered a new angle, challenging the dominant narrative that implicated the family. The theory of an intruder gained traction with several compelling points. For one, the presence of DNA from unknown individuals on JonBenet's clothing suggested external involvement. Moreover, Boulder was experiencing a crime wave at the time, with numerous burglaries and registered sex offenders living nearby. Could JonBenet's public profile have made her a target for a predator? Smith's intruder theory highlighted the possibility of a random act of violence, A chilling prospect that someone could enter a home unnoticed and commit such a heinous crime. Several suspects emerged over the years, each with their own potential connection to the crime. Gary Oliva, a known sex offender, was found with a magazine cutout of JonBenet and had allegedly confessed to a friend. Michael Helgoth, an electrician with a possible motive linked to a property dispute, was another name that surfaced. However, each suspect was eventually dismissed due to lack of conclusive evidence. The investigative trail seemed to grow cold, leaving more questions than answers. In 2016, a CBS documentary reignited controversy with the theory that JonBenet's brother Burke might have been involved. The documentary suggested a scenario where Burke, in a fit of anger, accidentally harmed JonBenet, leading to a cover-up by the parents. The theory hinged on evidence like undigested pineapple in JonBenet's stomach and a bowl of pineapple found in the kitchen. However, Burke and the Ramsey family strongly denied these claims, taking legal action against the network. This theory, though highly publicized, remains one of the most contentious in the case's history. Despite the family's legal battles, the possibility of an intruder remained a compelling theory. Lyle Smith's investigation continued to point to an outsider, someone who may have entered through an unlocked door or window. The ransom note's peculiarities, including its length and the use of materials from the Ramsey home, suggested a staged element meant to mislead. Renowned criminal profiler John Douglas lent his expertise, proposing that the killer was a young white male with a personal vendetta against John Ramsey. Douglas theorized that the crime was premeditated, with the perpetrator entering the house while the family was out. The ransom note, he believed, was an afterthought, intended to confuse and implicate the Ramseys. Decades have passed since that fateful December morning, yet JonBenet Ramsey's case remains one of the most perplexing mysteries in true crime history. Despite exhaustive investigations, false confessions, and countless theories, the question persists: who killed JonBenet Ramsey? The complexity of the case, with its many twists and turns, has kept it alive in the public consciousness, sparking debate and speculation. The media frenzy surrounding JonBenet's murder only fueled speculation, with each new development capturing the public's imagination. From sensational headlines to amateur sleuths dissecting every detail, the case has remained a fixture in the world of unsolved mysteries. The intense media spotlight also placed pressure on law enforcement, who struggled to find a resolution in the face of mounting public scrutiny. As time continues to pass, JonBenet Ramsey's story is a haunting reminder of lost innocence and the pursuit of justice. Her case remains a topic of intense debate, as investigators, both professional and amateur, continue to seek answers. The tragedy of her untimely death has left an indelible mark, not only on her family but on all those who have followed her case. In the end, the truth about what happened to JonBenet Ramsey may never be fully uncovered. Yet her story endures, a symbol of the enduring quest for justice and the hope that one day, answers will emerge. The unanswered questions surrounding her death continue to inspire new generations to seek the truth, driven by the desire to see justice served. As we revisit the evidence and explore new angles, we invite you to share your thoughts. What do you believe happened that night? Join us in unraveling this enduring mystery, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth true crime stories that dive deep into the shadows of unsolved cases. Share your thoughts and comments what most likely happened to JonBenet Ramsey, and the most interesting and best comment will get pinned. In the end, JonBenet's legacy is a reminder of the importance of justice and the need to protect the most vulnerable among us. Thank you for watching, and remember, the search for truth never truly ends.